Well, Ohio State, Michigan State, not the only big game on this Saturday. It was a huge slate of games for the local high school teams, especially at the Division I level.
Centerville upset Wayne last week to lock up the GWOC Central title and the #1 seed in Division I. Region 2, Centerville hosting Lakota West Firebirds in the playoffs for the 5th time, but they've never won a playoff game. On Lakota West's first play of the game, snap goes over the quarterback's head. Scott Garrison pounces on it. That leads to a field goal and a 3-0 Elks lead. First play of the second quarter, Damian Pop pounding his way through the line. Elks lead 9-7. Now, not much happens until 27 seconds remain in the half. That's when Lakota West scores on a 43-yard pass. It's 14-9 after the long touchdown going into the break. In the fourth, Elks trail 21-9. They've got 4th and goal. They go for it. Lakota West stuffs it. Centerville once again, 4th and goal. This time, Will Vance keeps it. Elks make it 21-15, but they miss the extra point once again. And later, Centerville with 4th down near midfield. They need this to extend the game off the hands of Nate Richmond. Centerville loses for the first time this season, 21-15.
Wayne coming off a loss for the first time all season, hosting Elder. First Wayne possession of the game, and the Warriors going for it on 4th and 1. Top 22 selection, Tyree Kinnell gets a huge hole, 36 yards to pay dirt. Wayne takes a 7-0 lead, but Elder answers right back. Just 2 plays later, Peyton Ramsey, junior quarterback, has an offer from Illinois already. He emerges out of the crowd of Warriors and is off to the races. 79-yard touchdown run. Panthers tie the game up at 7. Next drive, Demetric Trice finds Matt Wilcox open over the middle. 26-yard touchdown hookup, and the Warriors back up 7. Late second quarter, the Wayne train gets rolling. Trice up top to LaChristian Smith, the freshman, completely uncovered. 80-yard touchdown. Wayne extends its lead to 21-7. Then 20 seconds left in the half. Here's the dagger. It's Tyree Kinnell again, and Wayne rolls all over Elder, 42-13.
Another top 22 selection, D.L. Knock. He didn't play today in a cast and a walking boot as Springboro hosts Lakota East. And without that star receiver Knock, the Panthers' offense was stagnant. Elijah Cunningham sacked on back-to-back plays in the third quarter, and in the fourth, Lakota East trying to grind away the clock. Thunderhawks cough it up. Springboro all of a sudden with life. 2 plays later, Cunningham showing off his speed, running 22 yards for the first down and a big pickup. Now, he's been throwing with his arm all year. He's got great legs, and he's running again. This time, 16-yard scamper puts the Panthers first and goal at the 10, and the Springboro fans are going wild. They can feel it with 2 minutes to go. But the offense was held in check. A drop pass in the end zone on first down, and then fourth, it falls incomplete, and Lakota East able to pick up the first down on 3rd and 7 to salt it away. Springboro loses a tough one, 7-0.
Miamisburg in the playoffs back-to-back years for the first time ever, but taking on 2-time defending champ Moeller. First quarter, the Vikings strike first. Top 22 selection, Chris Young. Touchdown, Miamisburg. Maybe the upset is brewing. Moeller's ensuing possession. Matt Crable going deep, but it's picked off by Chris Fobbs. Miamisburg wouldn't capitalize, though. They'd have to punt. Moeller finally settles down. Crable on the keeper. That ties it at 7, and Moeller would pull away to win this one 28-7. So if we take a look at the bracket in Division I, Region 2 in the top half, both local teams get upset, setting up a battle of the Lakota schools, and Wayne gets Dublin Kaufman next week. Bottom half of the bracket, all Cincinnati and Columbus schools. St. X still the favorite probably to get out of this half. But I'll say this, after being at that Wayne game, Wayne looked really, really good tonight.
Well, Division I in action along with Divisions 5 and 7. And in D5, it's been a dream season thus far for Greenview. 9-1 in the playoffs for the first time in school history. And to make it even better, the Rams get to host a playoff game. Jamestown is buzzing like never before in anticipation of this game. Rams trying to go through a normal routine, but how can you? You've never been here before. They host Mariemont. First play of the game, Kane Coates throws an interception. Top 22 selection, Chance Fry snags it for Greenview, but the Rams aren't able to capitalize off the turnover. Still in the first quarter, Kyle Gilliam, short run for the touchdown, and the Rams are in business. Mariemont gets the ball back, and Kane Coates another interception. This time Colton Pfeiffer gets it, runs it back for a pick six. 14-zip. Second quarter now. Chance Fry, two-way player, doing it as a quarterback this time, running in for the touchdown. It was 21-zip Rams at halftime. Greenview, they'll get a second playoff game after winning 35-14. And they'll face the winner of Waynesville and CHCA in a 8-1 matchup. But it was Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy coming out strong early. Johnny Noyen to Adam Baker. That connection makes it 7-3 lead for CHCA. Later, Noyen to Baker for another long pass. Now, this was a tight back and forth affair. Waynesville gets on the offensive, and it's Troy Black with the keeper for the touchdown, but it's CHCA pulling out the win, 24-22. So you can see, here it is, Greenview and CHCA in the regional semifinals, and on the other half of the bracket, Dayton and West Jefferson meet for a spot in the regional finals.
Coldwater is the two-time defending state champ in Division 5, and the Cavaliers have been to 5 state title games in a row. Their only loss this year was to Mariemont Local, so that 4 seed they got might be a little deceiving. You don't have to convince Chippewa of that, because this one was a blowout from the start. Cavs already up 36-0 in the second quarter. Jack Hemmelgarn finds Derek Toby. Nice grab in the end zone. Coldwater takes a 43-0 lead into the half. Third quarter, Cavs pouring it on. Chris Post won't be denied. The junior goes 35 yards to the house. Coldwater rolls 50-9, and the Cavs will rematch last year's 60-13 regional final win over Huron next Saturday at 7, because Huron beat Columbia 52-20. And it was all chalk in the Division 5 Region 16 bracket. Might not be that way after next week, as Coldwater looks like it's poised for another state run at state. If the Cavs win, they'll take on the winner of Liberty Benton and Marion Pleasant. Well, mentioned a few moments ago, Coldwater's only loss was to Marion Local, and there's no shame in that, because the Flyers have now won 32 straight games heading into tonight.
Boggles the mind. Marion Local also has won 3 straight state championships. And if they're going to be completely honest with ourselves, it doesn't look like anyone is going to be stopping the Flyers in Division 7 at least anytime soon, or even in Division 5 with Coldwater for that matter. But Marion Local began their title defense this evening at Booster Field. Flyers hosted Triad, who they shut out last postseason 50-0. And it did get much better for Triad tonight. Third play of the game, tossed to top 22 selection, J.C. Guttamuller. Senior is gone, 45 yards to Pater. Marion Local on top 6-0. Same score in the second. Dustin Rethman hits Hunter Wilker. He slices through the Triad defense down to the 11-yard line. Flyers would actually face a 4th and 10, but it's no problem. Rethman to Ryan Bruns. Touchdown. Flyers soar to a victory, 40-0. Marion Local has now won 33 games in a row. Troy Christian in the playoffs for the first time since 2004. They travel south to Cincinnati to take on MVCA. Second quarter, Eagles are flying high. Levi Sims up the middle. Nice pickup there. That helped set up Luke Dillahunt. He had himself another nice game. This one of his 4 touchdown runs in the game. It's only 27-7 at this point, but the defense comes up with a pick. That leads to a field goal before the end of the half. Troy Christian dominates 51-14 to get the program's second ever playoff win. Elsewhere in Division 7, Lehman Catholic dominates Covington in a 42-7 win, and Fort Recovery wins the Battle of the Forts, defeating Loramie 28-7. That sets up a rematch now. Marion Local, Fort Recovery. Flyers rolled 48-19 a few weeks ago, and Troy Christian will look to knock off 2-seed Lehman Catholic.
All right, let's briefly head back to the college ranks. UD, one of 3 one-loss teams remaining in PFL play. Flyers hosting Drake. That was a good start for UD. First drive, Will Bardo untouched from 24 yards out, 7-0 Flyers. Second quarter, UD going for it on 4th and 1. Connor Kasser, not just the first down, but a touchdown. 28-yard run. Flyers jump out to a 14-0 lead. Later in the quarter, it's Kasser again, 167 yards on the day. This one puts the Flyers up 23-13, but Drake scores the game-winning touchdown with 18 seconds left, and UD falls 34-30. And the UD men took the court for their final tune-up. Flyers beat Southern Indiana 96-66. 5 Flyers score in double figures, including a double-double from Jalen Robinson. Dayton tips off the 2014-15 season next Friday against Alabama A&M. Well, that is going to do it for a special Saturday edition of Football Friday. But don't go anywhere. Your local news and weather is coming up next. For James Ryder, I'm Eric Elkin. Thanks for staying up with us, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.